Buchanan, you racist drunk. Oh, hello there. Didn't see you there. Welcome to J Bone's Book Barn, and on today's episode, you're in for quite a treat. A few Christmases ago, my good friend Aarny, pictured here in a large ball pit, gave me the gift of literature. Midnight Sun.
What do you think it is, by the way, before you open it?
Something tells me that it might be a book, Stephen.
A book?
I can't believe he's done this to me. He knows I'm an illiterate.
He knows I can't read.
Oh no. I see the back and I don't like what I'm seeing so far.
What do you think it is so far?
Gosh, this appears to be a Twilight book or something. It is, I believe. Midnight Sun.
Which book's that?
Is this a new one?
That's the new one. That's the one from Edward's perspective.
No. I can't believe he's done this to me.
And if I know anything about books, I can tell you this is going to be a great one. So today, we're going to attempt to crack into this behemoth by reading the first page, and I will be doing that with all of you. So strap yourselves in for some vampire fun and loving. Chapter 1. First Sight. I do love it when books have chapter names. I don't like just 1, 2, 3. It's very boring. I like an impactful chapter title. Gets you hooked. Makes you want to read on. This was the time of day when I most wished I were able to sleep. High school. Oh, burn on the teachers, man. You don't like school. Edward doesn't like school. What's he doing at a school anyway? He's like 150 years old. Surely you must have enough secondary education by now. Or was purgatory the right word? This guy's full of them. Like, he's got these singing and zanging all over the place. I don't need glasses to read, so I'm going to take them off. They were just for dramatic effect. If there were any way to atone for my sins, this ought to count toward the tally in some measure. The tedium was not something I grew used to. Every day seemed more impossibly monotonous than the last. Perhaps this could even be considered my form of sleep, if sleep was defined as the inert state between active periods. Well, the more I read from this Edward fella, the more I like him. I stared at the cracks running through the plaster in the far corner of the cafeteria, imagining patterns into them that were not there. It was one way to tune out the voices that babbled like the gush of a river inside my head. Several hundred of these voices I ignored out of boredom. Several hundred of these voices? How many people are at this school? Maybe he means, like, since he started high school, which would have been, like, 1901. When it came to the human mind, I'd heard it all before and then some. Today, all thoughts were consumed with the trivial arrival of a new addition to the small student body. See, so there's not that many people there. It took so little to work them up. I'd seen the new face repeated in thought after thought from every angle. Just an ordinary human girl. The excitement over her arrival was tiresomely predictable. It was the same reaction as one would get from flashing a shiny object at a group of toddlers. Half the sheep-like males were already, and that's where we'll finish for today, class. Okay, so thoughts on the very first page of Midnight Sun, which is the Twilight series told from Edward's perspective. First of all, this is a big book. This is a hefty one. Are all the books this size? I honestly don't know. I've never seen a Twilight book in real life. I've only heard of them on the internet and from weirdos. Edward is a terribly unlikable character right from the get-go. Even if you already know that from having watched the films, he just sounds like the most condescending wanker. Like, and I get it. He's a vampire. He's been in high school for 140 years for some reason. And I guess it's something that, like, emo teenagers who hate going to school and I hate my teachers and I hate my classmates. I guess that's something they can relate to. I guess it's for girls that feel that way because they dress like goths and sit in the corner and pout. So they're like, I wish I could meet a man who also likes to sit in the corner and pout. Not particularly badly written. Like, I mean, I've never read 50 Shades of Grey, which, Aarny, don't get any fucking ideas, I swear to God. If I get another book for Christmas from you, it's going straight in the bin, lad. I regret even starting this, because now that means I'm going to have to actually finish it. My intention is to read one page per day for the rest of my life. So if I read a page of this every day, it's going to last me until I'm 30 years old. Well, thank you very much for joining me here today, folks, and remember, don't burn books, burn rubber. I'm so bad with outros.